In today's video, I'm going into talking about wrong and being and taking on these, ideas of feeling wrong and then making it who you are, like making it yourself feel like you are intrinsically wrong. This week, I'm going into a series on feeling wrong, being wrong, and actually the fears around like fear of failure and then how, looking wrong in that failure. So today I want to talk about this idea of looking wrong or feeling wrong and then taking that on as who you are. Like you are intrinsically wrong as a human kind of thing. And for myself, for years, I actually, was so afraid and nervous about looking wrong or being wrong around people because then I would take it on as me being intrinsically wrong as a human. Like I am just not right. And I then would make myself believe. I actually lived in a place of believing that I was lesser than everyone else, that I am always in a place of lesser than because of this belief that I would take on. And when I started to look at this, I realized that I would redefine myself in every situation that I was in or in every group. So, like, I would be hanging out with one group of friends, doing things with them, and how I saw myself or how I thought they saw me was how I was defined in that group. So that group would define me, and then I would go over and do something else, and then another group would define me. And I would take these beliefs on and be like, that's who I am right now, or this is who I am right now. And it wasn't actually me being me. Sure, there's aspects in me that was coming out, but I was like putting on or being in this place of I'm taking on what I think everyone wants me to be rather than me actually being me. And so that as well with looking wrong or being wrong is when I was, then or when I potentially did something wrong, I messed up, oh, I didn't do that right, someone maybe laughed at me, I would take that on and be that. Like I would really then internalize it and be it. And again, rather than actually being in myself and knowing who I am. Because here I can know who I am, and sure, I can go over to this group and I can enjoy aspects in my life that are different than maybe this group over here. But I'm still in my own power and knowing who I am. So I can go to these groups and still be knowing who I am and not constantly redefining who I am in those groups. And so it really is coming into knowing my worth and knowing who I am and knowing my values. So that if someone does say, oh, you're wrong in this, you can go, oh, I messed up. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, but it doesn't define me then. It doesn't, then change me into being this wrong person. So playing with this idea of being wrong again this week, I'd be curious if there's aspects in your life where you see yourself as wrong or intrinsically wrong, like I am lesser than everyone else in the world, like how is your beliefs and your stories around that? And I bring up this idea too of your stories in that in each situation, I had these stories that I had to fit into those roles or that person over here and be that way rather than actually being in, again, who I am, in my worth, in my value, and being in myself. So feeling wrong, feeling intrinsically wrong, we are all equally human and we've all come onto this planet equally human. Now, we come in with different privileges, and that's a whole other side of things that can get quite controversial. And what I'll say is that, yes, we all have different privileges, and we're all on our own journeys in life. And it's like the situations we've been brought into with our family, with our race, with our sex, with, many different aspects. with the society we're in and everything, we have different situations we come into, and yet we're all still intrinsically human. And so none of us are wrong. None of us are right or wrong. These are stories again as well that we're telling ourselves that keep us stuck in a place of wrong in ourselves. And or we can look at other people as wrong. You know, we can have stories around other people in those situations too. So seeing yourself and starting to know in yourself that we all come into this planet equally human, and we all are intrinsically human, we all are right in that aspect, then start to find your own worth and your own value, knowing what it is you're offering to the world, what you're doing, and really come into that place of power in yourself. And then, you know, you're not just taking on, again, like these aspects of, oh, I was wrong in this and now I am wrong. And this week, I'll go into a few other situations of feeling wrong, but connecting within yourself and noticing or feeling how it feels in yourself and working through it. Like, what are other ways of actually working through this idea that, like, you take on these stories and these beliefs of being wrong. So thank you for joining me today. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. And if you are enjoying these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe button below. And thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.